all the members at home. I'm Richard Eberhardt. I'm the one of the candidates running in Area 2 for the board, and that's, as was said, sort of the Donovan Elm West out to Levack area. And I'm running in this campaign because I'm very passionate about education. For many reasons, I have 2 young children in the system. It's going to be a while before they get to you guys, but what happens to them between now and then, not just them, but also their peers, it's going to have a big part to play in their lives. And I'm very concerned about what the future has in store for our education system as a whole and at the local level. I'm also a former teacher, so I've been in the classroom and I know some of the challenges firsthand. It was in the elementary school classroom. I spent 6 years in the elementary school classroom. I'm primary, junior, intermediate certified, so I could have gone up to the high school level, I suppose. And I left teaching after 6 years because I was frustrated that I didn't think enough was changing in the system. And this was even back in the good times when we had elected a new government and investments were supposed to be there. So I went off to seek my fortunes in the political system. And I spent some time working for the Member of Parliament for Sudbury as sort of the person in charge of the local office. And I stayed there until that term ended. And then since then I've been working in the not-for-profit field as a director of a program called Rethink Green. And all that still feeds into education, because at Rethink Green what we're trying to do is help businesses and organizations become more sustainable. So it's all got to do with education. It's just instead of educating children, we're trying to educate business people about how to make their businesses a little bit more sustainable, and that's not easy to do either. Ultimately, I'm running because I think I'm best positioned with that background to deliver the changes that people are expecting to see in the Rainbow Board. And I see them in 3 parts. 1, we need positive professional leadership at the board table. And I think that that's a recognition that the board has gotten bogged down in issues that are distracting it from its work, and that someone with a background in politics at a variety of levels will be able to navigate those systems. Somebody that's optimistic and able to reach a variety of stakeholders, can bring a variety of voices to the table, will make a difference in that boardroom, and ultimately can help lead it to more success. Transparency and engagement are an important part of the system that I think can change in a variety of ways. I issued a release today in regards to the lack of an engagement plan at the board level. And if you look across Ontario school boards, there's some really excellent examples of boards that are setting targets for engagement that would include staff engagement as well. And I'm dismayed to hear that the board isn't getting a lot of feedback back from either its employees or the unions that represent them. And then finally, community schools are extremely important to me. As you know, in Area 2, all the schools were affected virtually by the accommodation review, and they were all on the table essentially. So there's no reason to believe that with this new government, it's not going to come back up. And there's some work that we can do now to protect our community schools as we go forward. So all that to say, I hope you'll consider supporting me, and new leadership for Rainbow Schools is my pitch. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much.